Well, hello, my friends. It's Robert Miner with Dynamic Traders Group with a brief video update for our YouTube subscribers and Twitter followers. I'm going to talk about two of the favorite markets that I know a lot of you come to these videos for, and that's going to be the gold market and Bitcoin. I haven't talked about Bitcoin in a long time. I think both these markets might have some real opportunities in this upcoming week. So I want you to understand what at least I believe the position of the market is and the probable outcome from that position in the days ahead. So if you like this video, be sure and hit the like below and subscribe so you get notified whenever we do a new video. I do one only about every 2 to 3 weeks, but every video is meant to be educational as well as alert you to a particular trade opportunity. So what you learn in these videos, you can apply to any market and any time frame. So that said, let's get started. Let's take a look at gold first. So this is a Bitcoin weekly data, and I'm going to describe a probable trade setup here in the next few days. I don't want you to get too crazy about thinking about the upside quite yet. I did a what we call a big picture report for our subscribers a couple weeks ago for Bitcoin, describing what typically happens after one of the halvings, which was last month, just about 4 weeks ago. And typically we've got several more weeks or even months before any real significant consistent bull trend begins, but we're still in a trade setup here this coming week, and we'll just have to see where it takes us. So we don't want to forecast the future. We just want to identify a trade setup with acceptable and low capital exposure and then take advantage of it. So what are we going to look at? Let's begin at the bottom here, is that our weekly momentum made a bull reversal from the oversold zone. Boy, that's in a position from where weekly lows are usually complete. So we want to take advantage of that, that it's in a position for a weekly low. That would mean sideways to up for several weeks. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a real impulsive bull trend. For instance, after this weekly low, bull reversal, Bitcoin was essentially sideways and then continued for a couple more months before this prolonged, what we call flat correction, was complete. I would not be surprised if something like that was followed through this bull reversal, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't forecast that. What I know is this is a setup to consider a long trade. So this was the weekly data. Let's go to the daily data and see the specific setup. This is our Bitcoin daily data. I'm going to reduce it a little bit because all I'm interested in is right here. Now this is as of Friday. This is what we call a snapback reversal day. But here's the key, and what we want to look at is as of Thursday, this sharp decline, Bitcoin reached the 50% retracement from the May 10th low. It was right within the 38 to 62% time retracement zone, and it has not closed below what I have labeled as a wave 1 or A closing high. That's at 63,585. So that puts Bitcoin in a position to have completed a correction. The only thing missing is that the daily momentum has not made a bull reversal yet. So when a daily momentum makes a bull reversal, and I suspect that will happen in any day this coming week, next week, that Bitcoin makes a higher daily close. That'll be the go long trade setup with a stop, very close stop. If that setup is made, our stop will be below the recent low, and that's Thursday's low. So very close stop on a potential go long trade setup. I don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe Bitcoin will be straight down next week. But what I do know is that it's in a position that if it makes a higher daily close, and particularly if it closes above the recent high close, which was May 20th at 74.35, that's a go long setup. That means the weekly momentum cycle is bullish. The daily momentum, if that is made, will have made a bull reversal. And boy, what a great setup with minimal capital exposure. Now, if that setup is made and the long trade's triggered, you want to get out if it trades below last Thursday's low, because that voids the setup. If before that setup is made, Bitcoin were to close below the May 6th closing high, that swing closing high, that's a closing overlap, and that indicates that a bull trend is not going to develop. So you want to avoid any go-long strategies. So I just think this is a great possibility next week on a higher close with very minimal capital exposure. We can use an ETF, we can use Bitcoin itself, whatever vehicle mimics the trend in Bitcoin, that'll be what we want to look at for a trade setup. Again, very minimal capital exposure. So this is the gold weekly data. It's the closes on the weekly data. And here's the important factor, is the weekly momentum made a bull reversal, and it's actually what's called a dual look-back bull reversal. The 13 fast line reached oversold when the 8 made the bull reversal. That puts gold in a probable position to have completed a weekly low, or that a weekly low is very near. So we want to focus on go-long strategies for the potential for the eventual resumption of the bull trend to a new high. Now, I just did an update for our DT Report subscribers on the big picture update for gold, and if you're a subscriber, or really if you've even looked at some of our videos on YouTube here in the last weeks for gold, is, you know, I'm looking for probable continuation of this bull trend considerably higher than the current position. So our whole focus the last few weeks has been on identifying when gold is in a position to complete a correction. Well, it's at or near that position now. So here's our our weekly position is in a high probability to make a weekly low. If it's not complete last week, probably in the next week or so. But let's take a look at the daily data. Here's our gold June contract daily data as of Friday. And I'll just work our way down from the top here. Friday's low is just a little above 78.6% retracement of the most recent advance, typically the maximum retracement, price retracement, before a correction is complete. The 38 to 62% time retracement of the advance is from Friday, the 24th, into next week. I think that's the Thursday, the 62% time retracement. So we're in the time range from when a corrective low is typically complete. And here's very importantly, since the April high, every 5 or 6 days, there's been a daily reversal. Some of those lasted several days, some just a day or two. The point is one is due in the next 1 or 2 trading days. That would be Tuesday or Wednesday, because Monday is no trading in the U.S. at least. So Monday or Tuesday will be the 5 and 6 trading days from this high. That would be in a position to make a daily low that's right within our time retracement zone. So price, time, and here we are with daily momentums as of Friday reached oversold in a position from where a daily low is usually made. So what I'm looking for just in the next couple of trading days is any sort of a reversal that gold makes as a specific go-long trade setup with a very short stop, a stop right near wherever the low was prior to the reversal, because it's either completed a correction or it hasn't. So we don't need to have a stop far away from the market. Really great setup following the next daily reversal signal for a go-long position, potentially to complete a corrective low. Now, there's some reasons to be wary that this is a completed correction, but given the, and I go over those, by the way, with our DT Report subscribers. We don't have time here because we've got about 1 minute left. But the point is, price retracement, time retracement, daily reversal cycle, daily momentum. So puts us in a position following the next higher close to position long with a stop below whatever the low is before that reversal signal is made. I think this is also a great setup to consider for gold in the next couple of trading days. So check it out. Be prepared. Bitcoin and gold may have some great setups here in the next day or two. Well, that's it for today, my friends. You want to learn more and keep up to date on all the major financial markets 3 times a week, go to dynamictraders.com and check out our DT report. Also, you can sign up for our DT Traders News, absolutely free, no charge card needed, any of that sort of thing. Just your email so we can alert you to when we upload new reports and trade alerts in our DT Traders News. So check that out also, dynamictraders.com. That's it for today, everybody. Take care. Robert Miner, over and out for now.